like the old mass meetings. We're here in all of our diversity. We're here in the human family.
There is a fire raging now for the poor of this society. They are living in tragic conditions because of the terrible economic injustices that keep them locked in.
We have to deal with our war economy and systemic racism and systemic poverty and ecological devastation. And finally, we have to deal with the moral narrative. This wall, this is sin of the highest order.
We are traveling around this country building this Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival.
What we want to do now is hear a little bit from the local community who are a part of this campaign.
I've spent 5 or so more years homeless.
Living on minimum wage has caused me to have to figure out on a daily basis how to afford basic necessities.
While the U.S. sends trillions abroad, my friends, family, and fellow veterans suffer the economic consequences of the war economy.
I have 2 children, and I enjoy raising them while acknowledging that being poor is a struggle of human rights.
But when I lost my housing, healthcare, and income all at the same time, I was terrified, panicked.
I want to stand here and reclaim the power and dignity of the mujeres in my life.
I can't afford to pay a cab.
It was one thing to know that you didn't have water and you couldn't afford your water. It's a whole nother to find out that they shut off your entire community and none of you matter.
And in the aftermath of climate change disasters, poor people and people of color are the ones to lose their homes.
Who can't survive with $7.25?
No parent in America should have to bury their children for lack of medical attention.
Being poor is not a sin. Poverty is a sin. Being homeless is not a sin. Homelessness is a sin.
That's right. We are the living reminder that when they went to throw out their white trash, they didn't burn it.
But for those of you who attend a church and you have a choir, the choir is not up there giving that A and B selection before the pastor just because they're cute. The intended purpose is so that they can set the atmosphere, so they can make it ready for prophetic speaking.
I'm on my way up. My mind is made up. I'm gonna hold my head up. Walking on in love.
In that text, Jesus lays out a clear public policy agenda. The poor, the imprisoned, the brokenhearted, the bruised, the blind, the oppressed, that's where the movement must focus. If it's led by the Spirit of the universe.
With this first phase, though, what we've been doing, as we've said, is traveling to 15 different states across the country, meeting up with leaders from 37 states, having mass meetings and having a day-long and 2-day-long gatherings, trainings, to see who's on board, who's in, and can we start to establish these statewide coordinating committees.
And we are here, and it's time for us to be the remnant that can transform the nation.
Restore the Voting Rights Act now.
We are calling for a season of moral resistance, a season of organizing, a season of massive, nonviolent, moral, direct action.
There will be a movement that will break through the con and cut through the lies and bring people together to save the heart and the soul of this democracy and this world.